हाँ.
So chemistry is all about chemical changes. Means one substance is converted to another substance by different properties. So when a chemical reaction is going on, first we have to know the feasibility of the reaction. Feasibility of the reaction means whether the reaction will occur or not. Means it can be determined from thermodynamics. Means it can be predicted from thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, in thermodynamics chapter we have studied that if delta G value is negative, if delta G value is negative, then the reaction is feasible. Means delta G value is less than 0. Delta G is free energy. So if free energy is less than 0 or negative, then we can say that the reaction is feasible. Means the reaction will occur. Next thing which we have to know that what is the extent of that reaction. Means extent of the reaction. This can be predicted from equilibrium, chemical equilibrium. And finally we have to know the what is the speed of the reaction. Means if a reaction is going on, then what is the time taken to occur that reaction. And this can be predicted by chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics. In our surrounding also, we have seen that lots of chemical reactions going on, like rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is a chemical process where when iron come in contact with moisture or air, then it became oxidized. Like iron became oxidized in presence of oxygen. So here, and it is a very slow process. Means it will take 1 week or more than 1 month also sometime. So this process is very slow. And another example like burning of paper, it's a very fast reaction. Like if I'll burn a paper, then within few seconds it will happen. So this is a very fast reaction. So all this reaction is will study that what is the speed of this reaction, what is the speed of this reaction, and this all these things we will discuss in a chapter that is chemical kinetics. Kinetics actually is a Greek word which means motion or movement. Motion or movement. So totally chemical kinetics actually it's a branch of physical chemistry which deals with the rate of a reaction or the factor affecting, what are the factor affecting a chemical reaction and the mechanism of the chemical reaction. So, but the question is whether is it possible to determine the rate of each and every chemical reaction. So let us take an example like very fast reaction. First one is very fast reaction, or we say that it is instantaneous reaction. Instantaneous reaction. For example, when NaCl, sodium chloride, react with silver nitrate, AgNO3, then it will give sodium nitrate and silver chloride. Sodium nitrate and silver chloride. So here NaCl and AgNO3 they are already in ionic form. So it will take very less time, means fraction of second to occur. So practically it is not possible to determine the rate of this type of reaction. Second one is very slow reaction. Very slow reaction. As I have told that the rusting of iron, it will take some month or some year also. So practically it is also not possible to determine rate of this type of reaction. And finally the moderate reaction. Finally moderate reaction. Moderate reaction means this type of reaction occur in a limited speed or limited time. For example, formation of ammonia. When nitrogen react with hydrogen, it will give ammonia. When nitrogen react with hydrogen, it will give ammonia. So here, this is actually molecular reaction, and nitrogen formation of ammonia is it will happen in a limited speed or limited time. So this type of reaction, in this type of reaction, we can determine the rate or speed of that chemical reaction. So overall in this chapter chemical kinetics, we will discuss the rate or the mechanism or the factor affecting reaction for this type of reaction. So the most important thing is what is the rate of reaction, what is the speed of reaction, what is the rate of the reaction. Rate of the reaction. Rate means actually speed. So when reaction going on, that time the concentration of reactant is always decreases and the concentration of product that always increases. So rate of a chemical reaction is the decrease in concentration of reactant, decrease in concentration of reactant, or with respect to time, or increase in concentration of product, with respect to time, means we can take both in both the cases, decrease in concentration of reactant or increase in concentration of product. So mathematically we can write that if this is a reaction, this is a reactant and this is a product, then the rate of reaction with respect to reactant, what will happen? Delta R upon delta T. If I say rate of reaction with respect to product, then delta P upon delta T. But the different thing is I have to put a negative sign before reactant. Why? Why there is a negative sign before reactant? What is the significance of this negative sign? Actually, in reactant case, the concentration is always decreases. Delta R means what? Delta R means the change in concentration of reactant, means final minus initial concentration. So reactant concentration always decreases, means delta R value will always negative because final value will always less than the initial value. So here this value will be negative, but the total rate cannot be negative. It's a positive term. So if I put a negative sign, then the whole term will become positive, and this is not necessary in case of positive product case. So here there is a negative sign. So this is all about the rate of a chemical reaction. Okay. So what will be the rate of reaction if there is different stoichiometric coefficient? Like here there is same stoichiometric coefficient. There is same stoichiometric coefficient, but if there are reactions where different types of different stoichiometric coefficients are there, like if there is a reaction A plus B gives rise to 2C. If A plus B gives rise to 2C, then here the rate of disappearance of A or the rate of disappearance of B is same. But in case of C, the rate of appearance of C is double than the A and B, disappearance of A and B. So if I have to equal both of them, then I have to multiply 2 in both the sides. In case of A as well as in case of B also. So I have to multiply 2 in case of A and B. If the rate of reaction for this type of reaction is delta A by delta T or delta B upon delta T or 1 by 2 delta C upon delta T. Okay, but here there is a negative sign. If I multiply or divide to the stoichiometric coefficient of C, then it will become equal with the reactant sign, delta A upon delta T, delta B upon delta T, delta C upon delta T. So this is the rate of reaction for if the reactant and product have different stoichiometric coefficient. Next thing is, what is the unit of this rate of reaction? What is the unit of this rate of reaction? Unit will be, in numerator it is a concentration. A, whether it is B or C, it's a concentration. So concentrations unit is always mole per liter. And in denominator there is time. So time unit is second. So overall the unit for rate of reaction will be mole per liter per second. So this will be the unit of rate of reaction. So this is actually the average rate. The average rate for a chemical reaction. But the problem is it is always not correct. Like for instance, for a particular time, the average will be different. Like it is instantaneous rate. So what is the instantaneous rate for this reaction? For instantaneous rate, I have to just write del dt upon dA upon dt or minus dB upon dt or 1 by 2 dC upon dt. Because in case of average rate it is the overall rate, but in case of instantaneous rate it is for particular time, for particular instant the rate will be dA upon dt, dB upon dt or 1 by 2 dC upon dt. So this is all about the